Turning to the latest on those two huge wildfires in California, where the governor has just declared a statewide emergency. One is in the south, near Los Angeles, and in the north, the bigger fire in wine country has forced out tens of thousands of people. Today, the fire zone was expanded. The Kincaid fire now covers 12,000 hectares or 30,000 acres. Heavy winds picked up this morning, making the Kincaid fire tougher to contain. Over 180,000 people have been ordered to evacuate in 30 counties. California's power provider, PG&E, has forced a blackout in a fire prevention attempt. More than 2 million customers are expected to be without power until tomorrow. CNN's Lucy Kavanaugh joins us now from California. So what can you tell us about where you are and what's happening there?
Andrew, Natasha, good morning. It hasn't been such a good day for folks here in Northern California. Those mandatory evacuations you mentioned, we actually got caught up in that. We were all woken up by a 5:30 a.m. knock on our hotel room in Santa Rosa. We drove quite a distance up north to check out the fires. And let me show you a little bit of what you're seeing. We're on a person's farm right now. The family gave us permission to film here. They've owned this land for about 100 years. You can see that there's almost nothing left standing from the structures behind me. Now, if I asked my photographer to pan over there, it's not just human beings that are affected by these fires. This is a rural area. This is wine country. There are a lot of ranches and farms around here, and you can see the cattle in the distance. They've lost a few of the cattle. Most of the livestock survived this fire. They're quite nervous, quite confused. They're obviously out here by themselves. Fire crews have been trying to get to all of the affected areas, but there simply aren't enough crews to get to every single location. So what we've seen throughout the morning, they've been sending bulldozers out to try to dig lanes in order to contain the fire, to keep it from spreading. They are trying to do airdrops of water, but it's just too windy right now. The wind is the biggest problem at the moment, and we're expecting about 24 more hours of what they call red flag conditions here. Low humidity, high risk of fire. They're not in the clear until at least Monday afternoon, guys.
And so what can we expect going forward in Northern California?
Well, look, the governor here, Governor Newsom, just declared a statewide emergency, a state of emergency. They are trying to deploy all of the resources they can to Northern California, also Southern California, where the fires continue to burn. Honestly, this is going to be about making sure those mandatory evacuations are heeded, getting residents out, keeping the roadways clear, and getting as many crews and equipment out into these areas in order to try to stop the fire from spreading. Now, firefighters do say that they know the direction in which they expect the fire to go, but when you have such strong winds, little embers could spread out, new fires could start, and that's the biggest danger here. So a lot of folks are asking the residents to be vigilant. Statewide resources have been deployed, but a lot of it is going to just depend on how these winds blow, guys.
All right, Lucy, thank you. That is CNN's Lucy Kavanaugh in Northern California.